So I'm here at Joey Ayala's house, the legend, and we're gonna go check out his pad, some instruments, and ask him a bunch of questions about his music. Yeah? Let's go. Hello? Yeah. Girl Scout cookies. Huh? Girl Scout cookies. Hi.
Girl Scout ka ba?
No.
Ganda ng uniform mo.
Thank you. You know, we're changing the uniforms for Girl Scouts.
Max.
Hi, Max. Hello, how are you? I'm gonna check out some music today. Is that okay? Alrighty, let's go.
Welcome to Joey Ayala's house. I've heard so much about how he has helped bring out some of the Philippines' musical secrets to the limelight. Joey Ayala is a singer-songwriter who is known for his folk rock music, which he has also fused with Pinoy ethnic sound.
So, I guess my first question would be, like, how would you describe your own music? That's how he describes his music.
There you go. Well, my music, it's original because I write it.
Yes.
It's a mix of all the influences that have come in and out of my ears.
He's definitely unlike anyone I've ever heard before. For one, his songs can sound wacky and have something serious to say. The topics of his songs are as diverse as his influences.
How do you get, like, the topics you write about?
I look around.
Do you get, like, the topics, like, from, like, just driving around or walking around, from things you see?
Yeah. Sometimes. Sometimes it's more deliberate. Mm-hmm. Like I sit and I contemplate, okay, what has not been written about yet? Then I look for it.
I see.
Like I have a song entitled Durian, because nobody's ever written about durian because it's such a smelly fruit, right? So I challenged myself, I'll write a song using durian as a metaphor for a loved one. O durian, nanguna kitang mapagmasdan, ako ay namangha sa iyong anyo. Ibang-iba ka sa lahat ng nakita na, at marami na akong nakikita sa mundong ito. O durian.
Another thing that Joey is known for is his use of Philippine indigenous instruments alongside the more contemporary instruments. He says that although he wasn't necessarily the first one to do this, he was one of those who successfully brought it to the limelight.
When did you first become, like, interested to use indigenous instruments in your music?
When I first saw them in use. Yeah. And that was, I was in college. We were writing a rock musical based on tribal legend. We met and listened to tribal musicians for the first time. At least for me, it was the first time. And I was astounded by the sonorities, the gongs, the bamboo.
I got to see some of the instruments he uses in recording, and they're quite an interesting collection. He's got gongs.
I don't know. I don't know these.
This is called the Sarunai. It's a smaller version of kulintang. This is Sarunai. It's like a practice version, played using sticks.
Sticks.
Give it a rhythm.
Oh, I was ready for, like, all this weight. It wasn't that heavy.
Okay, this is an Agung.
Agung.
Agung. Usually it's hung from a tree or from a stand. It's played with a beater and damping.
The Agung is used by different indigenous groups in the Philippines. It is usually played along with other gongs to accompany a dance.
That's called Kubing.
This instrument is used by many Philippine tribes and is called by many names. The Maranao tribe of Mindanao calls it a Kubing.
Keep up a regular rhythm.
You threw me off.
this cool-looking instrument called a hegalong. It's a 2-string lute and it's used by the Tiboli tribe in Mindanao. One of the strings doesn't have frets, so it only plays one note. It serves as the drone. The other string provides the melody. And putting them together, you'll have...
So how have people reacted to you using indigenous instruments?
The people who were doing purely indigenous instruments said, hey, there are two reactions. Why are you doing that? You're raping the culture. The other side would say, no, that's good. That's an evolution. That's very exciting. What's he going to do next?
Yeah.
I, for one, am among those who think that it is an exciting thing to hear different sounds mixed together. After all, I might have not learned about this side of our culture if not for Joey. And the good news is, there are more and more artists like him who are doing the same. Today, whether Joey's playing in a band using indigenous Philippine instruments or performing solo using a regular guitar, what he'd like his listeners to feel when they hear his music is this.
Primary is I want them to enjoy what they hear. Because without enjoying, there's no absorption of anything. After that, enjoyment is like primary thing. After that, I want people to be more sensitive to something.